All right, joining us now is CNN commentator and nationally syndicated columnist Ruben Navarrete and Rachel Campos-Duffy, spokesman for Libre Initiative. Good to see both of you. So,
Thank you.
Rachel, you first, strikingly similar language, but what's different here? Why is the reception so different for one president versus the other?
Well, what I think is interesting, well, first of all, the scope is bigger here, but more importantly, again, we see that never fixed the system. And I think what Hispanics like myself, who really do want immigration reform to happen, really want is for this to be done the right way, for it to be have a durable solution that deals with all of the problems that have created this broken system.
But similarly, haven't both presidents said this is a temporary fix? This isn't the permanent answer. That is where Congress will have to get along and get something done.
Exactly.
But this is the challenge that the president is making, that this is just a temporary fix because going through the traditional challenge channels through Congress, it hasn't worked.
But what's interesting is that the way that the president did this on the heels of a big win for the Republicans, doing this extra constitutionally, in the opinion of so many conservatives, is going to make getting that long-term solution, that really comprehensive legislation done a lot more difficult. And that's not good for Americans.
Well, let's stop right there, because Ruben, is that the case, that this has only made a difficult road even that much more treacherous, and it's going to be harder for Congress to come about, you know, with the cooperation of the president, to come about a more permanent fix because the president's executive order has now undermined things? Is that how you see it, Ruben?
That's not how I see it. In fact, if you pay attention to the immigration debate, as I have now for a long time, written about the issue for 25 years, it is simply dishonest, disingenuous for the Republicans to blame Barack Obama or this action that he took yesterday or just a couple days ago for their unwillingness to tackle immigration reform. Let me spell it out clearly. The reason Republicans avoid this issue like the plague, it has nothing to do with Barack Obama, they've been doing it long since he ever took office, is because it divides their constituencies. It pits conservative business interests that want more labor against nativists in their party that don't want more immigrants. And so they don't want to referee that fight. It's an ugly fight, and I can't blame them. But it's really dishonest for them to blame Obama and say, oh, my goodness, we were so close. We were so close to doing something, and then you came along. That's nonsense. They were never going to do it.
Let's be clear. There are divisions about immigration reform within the Democratic camp as well. There are union Democrats as well as low-income African Americans who are also very concerned about it. Divisions exist. But what's interesting is that we had finally reached a moment where the most powerful members of the House, Paul Ryan, John Boehner, the list goes on. Marco Rubio in the Senate, John McCain have wanted immigration reform, and things were moving along. Yes, there were bumps in the road, especially this summer, because of the last executive order that he did for DACA that caused this influx of children at the border this summer. But there has been very much indeed an interest in immigration reform. And may I also add that a couple years ago, Republican Senator Marco Rubio was very close to finding a legislative solution
what's the problem?
for the dreamers.
What isn't taking it all the way to the finish line?
Well,
let me just jump in on here, if I could. Rachel,
let me finish that one.
Well, let me just jump in here. Rachel's wrong about Rachel's wrong.
Well, let me let Rachel
wrong
finish,
about Marco
and
Rubio.
then Ruben. Yeah, go ahead, Rachel, to finish, and then Ruben, you can respond.
What I was trying to say before is that Marco Rubio was close to having some getting some movement together for the dreamer, and for political reasons, which is what we see the president do in all of these cases, he pulled the rug out from under him and did an executive action. Again, not giving Hispanics the certainty they need and the durability that they need. That only comes from lawmaking and consensus building on both sides for something this important.
Okay, Ruben.
Yeah, so that's a fairy tale. It didn't happen that way. I was privy to those conversations before Marco Rubio talked about helping the Dreamers. Kay Bailey Hutchinson called me into a meeting, and she was talking about helping the Dreamers. That bill got passed off to Marco Rubio. Nothing that Barack Obama did in June 2012 to help the Dreamers preempted Congress or Marco Rubio from stepping forward with a bill of his own. What did stop him was his own presidential ambitions, and the fact that Marco Rubio then walked back from his own bill and went nowhere near it, and then he joined the Gang of Eight in the Senate and walked back from that as well. Talk to Lindsey Graham, talk to John McCain, other Republicans who will say Marco Rubio was missing in action. It's a fairy tale for Rachel to spin this idea that somehow Republicans were trying so hard. They've been asleep at the switch.
You just admitted that Lindsey Graham and But you just admitted that Lindsey Graham and John McCain wanted to have that happen, two very powerful members of the Senate. The point is
and Marco Rubio left them hanging.
Look,
so don't spin it this way, Rachel. It's a fairy tale you're telling.
So I guess at this point, we're not, no one's going to agree on what has already happened, water under the bridge, but I think people in America is really concerned about what next. What next after this executive order? What next for Congress trying to come up with a more permanent solution if members of both sides are calling this a broken immigration system that America has. So I think, Ruben and Rachel, we're going to have you back again. And next time we talk, we are going to have to talk about what is happening next, because I think that is really what people want to hear as they look into the crystal ball, and hopefully you can do that alongside them. Ruben Navarrete, Rachel Campos-Duffy, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. And happy Thanksgiving
Thanks for having
as we
me.
enter the week.